In Legally Nude News. Submitted by 90210 Nikki.
Hey, Nikki from Beverly Hills.
Who's Nikki from Beverly Hills?
I don't know. That's just her zip code.
Oh.
A man who does his yard work naked is pissing off the neighbors.
Is it the backyard or the front yard? Front.
That's kind of dangerous.
That's
illegal?
indecent exposure.
Can you imagine this fool like fucking... He's pushing the lawnmower and all the grass is slapping his dick.
Oh, what if he's picking out weeds?
He's bending over?
He's
you see the
bent
butthole?
over.
And the fucking sack.
He doesn't even crouch like Asian squat when he picks the weed. He bends over full on.
He doesn't break at the knees?
Or just the perspective if he's like, you know, hosing the garden and the water's just spouting from like his
Yeah, that's tight.
Yeah, so this dude, according to Florida law,
Oh, it would be Florida. Come on, you guys.
You're actually okay if you're not on the sidewalk.
exactly. He's on his property, so he can whip out his penis and show the world if he wants, as long as he's not touching it inappropriately.
Oh.
So he's just like a nudist.
Yeah,
When did
his
this start?
family's a nudist. And so the neighbors have been calling the cops and complaining because this dude likes to do his yard work. He likes to wash his car. He likes to just fix up his house.
But
He always
it's-
gets little soap
But
suds
it's
on his
within the
dick.
legal parameters.
It is.
Damn,
he's
I
right here.
salute this guy.
And then so one of the neighbors was like, yeah, you just, like, I step out of my house and the first thing I see is my neighbor bent over grabbing his hose. but the water hose.
You step out, hey, what's up, Bob? And then he has his dick hanging out.
But no, it was like his whole ass and everything because he was bent over. She was like, yeah, it's not, he should be thinking about the children in the neighborhood because there's a bus stop nearby.
But what's wrong with that?
People are uncomfortable with nudity.
Then don't look over there.
Exactly, that's what the cops are telling the neighbors.
Yeah.
Just turn away.
That sucks.
Because that's how I feel.
Because it's in your peripheral.
If it's like the naked guy's house, then you kind of like go, oh, well, fuck it, that's the naked guy house.
It is, but like, what if you want to take in your fucking scenery? You know what I mean? Like, fuck. You know what I mean?
Well, that's how I feel
I don't
about
have freedom with eyes.
when I go on hikes, right? Like in Eaton Canyon, and then I'm trying to take in the nature, and then I see like some graffiti on a rock. I'm fucking.
But that
I don't wanna-
initial fuck is what throws
Exactly,
people
but
off.
I just go, well, they gotta do what they gotta do, so I'll just look over here.
Graffiti on the rock.
Yeah, so I just keep walking.
Yeah, it's sad.
I was like, what?
It's
What do you mean?
sad.
You ever seen graffiti on
You're
the
like
rock?
defacing something so
It
For
looks
you
so
to say
sad.
they're gonna do what they're gonna do, like you're just writing
I mean,
it
what
off
am I
like,
gonna
well,
do? Like the graffiti is already on the rock.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, it's already on
If
there.
this guy is within his legal parameters, though, it's also kind of like, hey, man, you're just working the system.
Yep.
You gotta salute somebody who's down to
Yeah,
work the
it is.
system, especially if it's in his family's heritage.
I mean, what
you know?
if he starts a movement and now everyone can walk out freely naked?
Cool, but I think we're
Then that's
also
even better.
I think we're also not looking at it like this. Cause back in the day, like your neighborhood meant something. You know what I mean? Like it meant a sense of community. Like your neighbor to the left, your neighbor to the right. Like if you go out of town, hey Bob, I'm gonna be heading out. Yeah, we got eyes on your house or whatever. But like now, there's like none of that.
Well, back in the day, people were allowed to be naked.
Yeah, you know what's also part of that? Accepting your neighbor and knowing the differences. Because I grew up in a
I agree.
neighborhood like that.
Yeah.
And my mom was always asking me why the Lebanese neighbor's house smells like shit. And I'm like, it's just what they cook probably, but who cares? Let's go over there and have dinner. And we're still really accepting even though we're all different on the street.
Yeah.
That's funny because Bart is the naked neighbor.
Everywhere we go, he's naked.
Do you think it would be better if he painted a butterfly on his dick?
What?
So it's
You're
part
fucking
of
trying to hold the laugh in. I see your Adam's apple.
No, so if it's part of if his dick was part of nature, right? So when he's walking around, it just looks like a butterfly is
It
there.
look like Free Willy.
Then
He has to be a
okay?
killer whale.
Then is it okay?
I don't know.
No,
Maybe.
How old is this guy?
I don't know. I don't know his age.
I feel like there's one rule for public space and one rule for private space. So like the public space is technically he's not violating the law, but there is a social contract to you, like this public space, whatever can be in your eye that you can't escape from, or like if your actions might conflict and hurt someone else's beliefs or their lifestyle or whatever, then I feel like that's kind of overstepping boundaries morally or maybe ethically or maybe just
Socially?
yeah, it's not really like illegal, but you are gonna cause friction by doing what you're gonna do. Cause I see it as a little bit selfish.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The sense of community, though.
yeah.
But what if, from his perspective, he's like, your fucking clothes are hurting my eyes. You need to get your ass naked.
But he's not the majority.
And he's like, I'll put on clothes today. You take your clothes off.
But he's not the majority. You know what I mean?
Fine.
Because then, so for me, I'm with you where I'm like, fuck it, he can do his own thing as long as he's not coming into my space. Like I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
But then I'm thinking, fuck, I don't want to explain it to Taika like what the hell's going on with this guy. You know what I mean?
I actually
And
want that. I want
know
weirdos.
you
No,
do.
I want weirdos in the neighborhood, so I can show him that the world is weird, and then so he's already growing
I don't
up
think you even have
understanding.
to do that.
What?
I think just living in this world, you know
I
that
thought
the
you were gonna
world
say
is weird.
his dad. He already has a weird dad.
Yeah, and weird fucking
No,
friends.
a lot of people, you know, they grow up in their bubble and they don't really know how weird the world
There's
is.
a lot of people that have
but I
no
don't think-
fucking clue.
I agree to that, but I don't think we would be those people that would raise our child in a bubble.
But it helps out if your neighbor's even weirder.
It accelerates the process,
Yeah.
I guess.
I really wouldn't mind a naked neighbor because I'm not afraid of nudity that much, and I think it's funny. But I guess like if I put myself in my conservative mom's shoes, she would probably be like uncomfortable with it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
But I would actually want this because it's funny, and I could tell so many people
It would
about
be
it.
a very like if you had the notorious naked neighbor man in your
You
like
have to laugh
cul-de-sac.
every day.
Yeah, like honestly, people probably come over and just people watch. Like you probably just sit on the lawn with like a beer and just try to see the next funny position this guy's about to be in.
Dude, I think that's a good idea for their
And
neighbors.
shit.
Yeah, like
It's so funny.
Can you imagine like you just got in a fight and you're storming out the house and there's this fucking dude Bob with his ass hanging out, picking weeds and shit? It's such a
What if he's sanding?
it's like
he's just like washing his car,
and he's like
just like wet at the car wash.
and it's just like what the fuck? And his whole family's butt ass naked. I don't know, man.
It was funny because this news site, like the media, they were trying to interview him, but he declined to comment, stating that he and his family are very private people.
Oh my lord!
That's tight.
We're gonna do something that causes all this attraction, but like attention. But then you know what? I'm private.
He's gotta
I'm
be
shy.
Trolling. He's trolling. He has to be trolling.
That actually makes a little bit of sense, because I can see people that, because like I think if they think they're just an animal, so they're like, okay, this is my skin, this is what's supposed to be shown out the outside to nature, right? So I'm not private with my body parts, but I'm private with my thoughts,
Yeah,
and I can kind of understand
It's
where
like
that
the
comes from.
opposite.
yeah. I mean, it's a mentality, right? Like I'm
Like,
assuming all
my
the
brain's
natives.
on the inside, so I'm gonna keep my thoughts in here, but this is meant to be on the outside.
So for people to see like how he thinks is like seeing him naked. He's like, oh no! How do I hide my brain?
Super ashamed of having people be a part of his inner life.
That's funny. But yeah, I'm thinking like, so in the next coming weeks, the neighbors are gonna try to talk to him and see if they could come up with some sort of solution that makes everyone happy, which I'm thinking would be like a fence. Like just put up a fence. He could be naked.
They should just put up cameras and like Truman Show his ass. And just like have like live streams all the time and stuff like that. So it's like, yo, you got your
But he's not
freedom to
giving
be
them
naked.
consent. Because then he's filmed. They're filming.
But if they're doing that on their own property and the general vicinity of perspective happens to be this and you happen to come out,
Actually, I don't know if you can record directly into someone's yard without their consent.
No, but he's saying if the vicinity was.
Because the cutoff,
it's a wide
the cutoff
lens.
might have to, but the cutoff might have to be your property.
Oh.
But I wonder how long until someone says they saw him jacking off or they saw him touching himself
like
inappropriately.
lie?
Because that's the only reason why it's legal, right? It's because he's not doing anything weird.
That's.
What I don't get is like, why doesn't he move to like a nudist colony or like a group?
Because maybe he's like, why should I have to? I love it here.
they should tempt him like when he's like naked on his lawn, they should put like, you know, like $100 bills on the sidewalk right in front of his house, because if he like just crosses that line, boom.
Oh yeah.
Like the it clown, but with like just getting towards the gutter, like
You're just like across the way with a little thread, and you're just like, come on.
fishing it backwards.
You know those like trucks with the stripper advertisements? They have the TVs.
Yeah.
I would pull up and just play porn. So if he has a boner, you could be like, "Hey, inappropriate dick." Because if it's limp the whole time, it's fine.
I think he has to be touching it.
I think if a guy walks out on the lawn, he's got a full-on erect boner. Like that's grounds for something.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
I don't know. That's a bodily function.
But I don't know because
You
like
got a bodily choice to keep that function away from like.
yeah, it's a fucking loaded weapon is what it
They said
is.
it was legal because he wasn't inappropriately touching himself. So
But
if he's
I
just
think a
got
boner might
But if
be.
you think about
that's
movies,
inappropriate.
if you think about movies though, it's like they show dick, but it's always limp. You know, even if it's like R-rated or whatever, they don't show a throbbing, hard, veiny ass dick.
Visual.
For the same reason they don't show like vaginas outside of like a bush. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Never details.
Yup. So
But then that's just porn at that point.
Softcore maybe.
Because if this fool was walking around with a hard ass dick and he's fucking washing his car, he has a little baby sponge on his fucking dick too, and he's using that shit, and he's doing that. You know, like he's doing yard work, he's pushing the fucking lawnmower, has a hard ass dick. I'm pretty sure the neighbors, they would not be okay.
What if he's got a hard dick, but it's like holding a bucket of like seeds and he's like planting?
Oh, that's like a helper?
Yeah.
He puts a little wig on the head.
I never thought about it like that.
Damn, that's kind of creative. He's like trimming the fucking hedges and shit, and it catches into the bucket.
Or like hummingbirds are like feeding.
I heard coming.
I know coming. I heard
Coming birds.
coming.
It's like a seed basket. The fool has a flower basket and he's like doing gardening and he's collecting flowers and shit.
He's gotta hold it up by a dick handle.
It's
This fool became Snow White and shit.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good usage for a dick.
It's like every single excuse that he can think of to be outside of his front lawn. He's re-roofing and shit.
His skin is solar powered, so he's gotta just collect energy.
Many uses of a dick.